All right, there you go. Quick update. Meant to upload yesterday, but oh well. Fuck. All right, well, guess I won't be recording for very long. Well, quick update. I made settings persistent so that if I go in the game, just do it here. Boom, 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 boom. In the game, I also changed the verbiage here so it actually makes more sense. So you don't think, oh, game starts in 2 minutes. Like, what? I have to wait 2 minutes? No, it's if the host is a dumbass and he's AFK for 2 minutes, the game will just start. So you don't have to waste. You don't have to wait because the game's already ready to go. So, boom, boom. All right, we're in the game. So we already have settings that work. Cool. All right, got all these different things. I have a reset button. Reset the shit to default. Same thing with the controls. You got setting sensitivity is fucking big. Go back to graphics. Sorry, controls. Reset sensitivity. Now we're back to normal. Same shit with audio. Game's really fucking loud now. Reset audio. It fades. I can't make it instantly change, so I think I might be stuck with that for now. I'm not sure. Oh, and I made these settings persistent. So here we go. That's the main point. So we'll go setting that here. A bunch of fucking shitty keybinds. Other keybinds. I can't bind these to anything. Not the gamepad, but I have one right here. So do boom, 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 boom. Right, and reset button works for these, which I also added, I think. Audio here, 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 here. Oh, okie doke. All right, so we can quit the game. I don't have like an apply button. I don't really like those. And then start the game up again, like full screen so we can see. It's already loud, so you know the settings are already applied. Sensitivity is already still high. Graphics are, oh, I guess you can't see the currently selected graphics, which is an issue. I'll add that. I'll add like currently selected something, or I'm not sure. I don't know actually the best way of doing it, but the so I guess no proof on the graphics, but for the controls, the sense is what it was. The shitty keybinds are what they were. Now they're reset. Reset the sensitivity. Reset these. Now we're back to normal. Movement works. Oh, audio. Reset audio. Now we're good. I can close the game. Reopen the game. Boom. Audio is normal. Controls are normal. Graphics are normal. Keybinds normal. Gamepad cake. So, in order to do this, I had to. What was the other thing? Oh, I had. Yeah, it's fine. Oh yeah, and you can see that whenever I change the graphic settings to be non-default, aka not high, it'll give me this thing showing that settings have been set to something that's not default. And the proof that the defaulting works. Reset the graphics, close, and it's normal still. So the resetting saved between instances of the game. So it's saved in the config file. So, or the save game file, something like that. How I actually implemented this. Player, I created a player settings folder. I created a save game. I just followed a YouTube tutorial for this because I hadn't really fucked around with save games before. Okay. The logic is most of the cases. It's in the game state. It's also in the game instance. It's also in a save game class. It's in a struct, and it's in an interface to get to the game instance without having to cast to it every time. Which you could do, but I decided not to. Well, no, yeah, it's fine. It's fine as is. So, what do? I created a custom save game class that has no logic in it at all. All it does is hold a struct. What is the struct? It's a player settings struct. One, it has mouse sensitivity. It has audio settings. And then it has, and the graphic settings are saved elsewhere. It's a separate part of Unreal that's already built in. It's automatically saved and persists whenever you save and apply the settings. So I don't have to manually do that. This is the input settings. So these are the keybinds for gamepad and for the keyboard. I think that's it. So save them all here. So what the way the whole system works is this. You start the game initially, first time ever. Don't have a save game. So what happens is anytime you change any of the settings for the first time, it saves those settings. Now when you close the game and you open it again, so when you save those settings, what happens is a save game gets created. And when you update the settings, it updates the settings in game instance. The game instance is a class where an object is created for each player in the game, and they don't talk to each other. They're independent, so your settings are not affected by other people's settings. They don't replicate, none of that. It's just you. So I change my mouse sensitivity up. It updates the player settings, which I have also saved here. So it exists in the save game class, and it also exists in the multiplayer, or well, the game instance class. Mine's just called multiplayer game instance. So what we do is I change my mouse sensitivity. So in the game, I go in here and I change the mouse sensitivity to something else. Well, what happens there is when I change the mouse sensitivity, go to the player and say, hey, here's the value, set that to be the new mouse sensitivity. And the player will tell the game instance, here you go. Save this new value that I'm now using in our save game. So the game instance will tell the save game, save the settings. What does that actually look like? Well, when I save the settings, if we don't have a game save or a save game file yet, or a save game object, class object yet, well, we receive the settings that are being sent to the game instance so that it can forward them on and save them permanently, persistently. So we save them here in the game instance. Then, if we don't already have a save game, we create one and return it so that we can save the settings there too. But if we already do have one in this one specific slot, there's only one slot, one save file, basically, then we instead load the existing one. If we already have one, return that, because we already have one. We already have a bucket, and the bucket is where the settings need to go. If we don't already have a bucket, create one. If we do already have one, put them there. We already have a bucket. So we return the bucket, save game, and we update the new settings that the game instance has just been passed and saved there too. And then we save that slot. So the slot already exists. We've already created a game object if we need a save game object. But now we're actually saving it. That is the way through which Unreal Engine locks those settings into the config file. It locks the struct current values that it has there. Cool. So that's anytime I change the graphic settings, or well, actually not graphic. If I change a keybind, it saves it. If I change the mouse sensitivity, it saves it. If I change audio, it saves it. For example, I change mouse sensitivity. Player says, hey, game instance. Hold this up real quick. Hey, game instance. Save the settings with this new mouse sensitivity. And I have this get settings part, which simply is just a getter. It just gets the settings from the game instance. Hold interface. All it does is return current settings that it has. Because I only want to change the new. I don't want to say reset everything to default. Say if I save setting, I don't want to say, oh, save a 0 value, the audio volume, the output, and all the shit and everything. Like, actually, well, it should be here too. Interesting. I need to update that because I added input settings last, and I think those might be getting reset every time I change other settings. So basically, if I change the mouse sensitivity, we want to save the new mouse sensitivity. We pass the new mouse sensitivity and save it. But everything else we want to get as is and keep. We don't want to save it with new zeroed out values. We want to keep everything except replace the mouse sensitivity that's old with this new one and save that. Lock that in the bucket. Cool. That's how that works. And then that's the saving settings. That's already here. Cool. Save settings. For loading settings, what you do in the very beginning when the player is created, because I already have all the settings handled in the player, so all the logic only happens when you're actually in the game. I think. So load the setting. What do? Go to the game instance and say, hey, give me the setting. So it returns the setting. And oh, and also hold one sec. Game instance. Oh, we just clean up some of this shit. It just looks like trash. One thing is when the game is started, how does the game instance get the settings? It's because, that's how. Okay, so whenever we load the settings, we check to make sure a save game exists. If it already does, if it doesn't, then it doesn't matter. So in the beginning, we would load the settings. Oh, the settings would just be their default values from the get-go, and we apply those in the character. So we set whatever those settings are to be the mouse sensitivity and master volume, the output volume, input volume, etc. Trying to think about this input settings thing really quick. It works as is. Right, I'm pretty sure it does. I'm trying to think if I need this to be going anywhere. I'm hoping not. So if we already have a saved game, then we load it. And the point of loading it is to actually get that object. We cast it to the save game class because this is just a regular save game. We need our specific save game that has the settings inside it, and then the game instance saves it. So basically, it's like a bucket. Save game is a guy who holds the settings for this run. Whenever we change settings, we pass him the new settings and he puts them in the bucket and stores so that when we leave, we can come back and he can pull them back out and apply them. But whenever we start the game, he pulls them out of the bucket so that we can use them too. So they're still in the bucket, they're still saved, but we're also applying them to this game. Because when you start the game, there'd be like a moment where the settings aren't applied, and then he applies them automatically here. I need to think about when the keybind settings are applied, because it looks here like they wouldn't be getting applied. I'm pretty sure they work though. So let me test. I don't want to do this. We'll just full screen. Okay, so I'll do controls. Left is now going to be W. Okay, go in again, screen. W as left works because W is still going forward and it's also going left. Okay, so that works. I don't know when that's actually applied. I forgot. I did it late last night. Okay. I need to think about that. But basically, we apply the settings on the game start, and then we save the settings anytime we actually change the settings. Here's another example of changing the settings. So in the game menu, in audio, let's say I update the master volume. Well, the player has to go and handle that because the player is the one whose volume changed. So when the player updates the volume, we get the settings, and we keep everything else the same except new master audio volume. Master audio volume is a master audio volume gets set, whatever the new value is, and instead of keeping the master audio volume to be what it was, we need it to be whatever the new value is. And then all we do is save those settings. Cool. So if I close the game and I turn it on again later, well, that master volume be retrieved and boom, loaded. Easy peasy. And yeah, update master volume is actually the same thing. So when we load, it would be saving it as well, which is done. But it. What else? It's the premise of the whole thing. I'll show you how the keybinds work. Custom widget selector. So whenever, hold that. Where is it? Wait. Key select. Key select change. What is this? The key selector. Oh, am I being stupid? What is happening here? Why am I forgetting where this is implemented? It's like a super easy thing. It just updates. Or is it when it refreshes, it saves? Oh, it is handled there. So I think what happens is whenever this key gets updated, and I saw, oh, I forget. So it actually does. Did it really get implemented there? Wait. In the game menu. Nice. Yeah. Bro, I'm just tripping. Mm, I don't know where this logic is at. It's like I'm in a fucking separate input graph or something. Separate input graph. Or event graph. Jesus Christ, I can't even talk. Hot. So figure this out. I just completely blanking. I remember seeing it all last night when I was making it, but yeah, fuck it. Stop being stupid. Let me just find the shit. Mm, it's not handled in the layer controller. Bro, where is the logic that is normally here that handles when the key gets changed? It's like the logic's just fucking missing. Where the fuck is it? Like, this is just an event dispatcher. Game menus. Shit, here's what handles. Oh, it's a separate fucking thing. I forgot. Where is that handle? It's like, is it just input? No. Hold. Keybind slot. I forgot that that's how they're input. Jesus, I forget that that's just one piece of the whole thing because you have the reset button for each and the visible or the representation of the action in text and then the actual selector. Oh my god, I'm so fucking stupid. Insane. It's literally just this. It's so goddamn easy. So when the key is changed and we apply to do all the shit that we already do, we'll save the fucking setting. How do we do it? It's literally just a function. We already apply and save them so that the binding that is bound to the input action is changed. Key that is bound to it is changed in the correct slot. How do we save it? In the keybind slot. So it's in the keybind slot where this is implemented. I don't know how the hell I did it last night. I had a coma. Get the settings and save. So one question about I don't know why one of these things works. So what do? We get the current settings so that when we change the keybinds, we don't fuck with any of the other things. We only change the input setting, but we don't want to use what the settings already are. We want to use the new settings. So we save the new settings. That way, whenever the game first loads, we load the keybind stuff. What do? We get the settings, we take the freaking input settings, and all we do is we apply and save them. So if I start the game, there'd be a split second. The keybinds are what they were, or are like their default values, or well, yeah, they would be the default values. And we override those by applying settings. And actually, I don't think I need this. I'm pretty sure. Black vault, any bug. It was okay. I was so what the thing was this. I was wondering why in the other times where I'm setting the other settings that I forgot to connect the input settings the previous to the new. Oh, so that's why. Okay. So here's the question. It's not whether. Hold here, you'll see. Actually, wait, because no, I guess they would still work. I don't think I need them now. I mean, the whole point of this video, settings are now persistent. Should have that work. But because these are already applied, oh, what's the fucking select? Keybind slot. Because the keybind slot is already stored in a separate thing and saved, was applied to this game, this instance of the game that I'm playing, so that the keybinds are live. They've changed my bind actually work. Then we save them. I think this is saved, yeah, into a hard-coded save game slot. Okay. This is out extra. So I don't think I need this because the setting is already there and applied. So if whenever I start the game and I get the settings and I load the bind setting, I guess that is actually what's happening. Whenever I'm loading settings, where's the what is this being called? Never? Or is it elsewhere? Is it actually not being called? Not actually. We update these other settings. Fuck, I'm tempted to just not. What changes did I even make here? It's just like clean up. Node, clean up comments and shit. Everything else is. I'm just gonna delete this, I guess. Because I think it's already handled like graphics that I don't have to apply whenever the game starts. Oh, and also game menu. Excuse me. Excuse me. Whenever we initialize keybinds in the beginning. Oh, this is already like already. It already works as default. I don't think that I need the save in keybind slot. I don't think I need this here because it's already applied and saved. I don't need to put it in the struct, and I can just delete the part of the struct, right? I mean, I already committed just now, so I think this is fine. That I don't think I need to load the keybinds because I'm not even calling the shit. I'm pretty sure it just stays the same. I don't know why I just didn't think that it was like graphic settings. So, wait. Oh, yes, this doesn't exist because, oh, wait, what did I just do? What did I just bulk remove function? Okay. Okay. What's that? Save player input settings? I don't think we don't. I only call to it. Update mouse. Hey, what? Oh, it's just because of that. Alright, now I gotta see if this all works. So this is walking forwards, controls, mouse and keyboard. I don't remember when I reset that, so maybe it's messed up, but we'll make everything W. Literally, it's all going to be W. I don't want that to be W. Right. So we're gonna go in. Yeah, see, it works. Controls and everything is live. Reset it all. Good to go. Close the game. Open the game. Different map. Controls. So we'll do everything. So we'll do, I'm going to put everything as W. And then the gamepad is all going to be top. And then we'll do audio. We'll just zero them out. Okay. And control, that was it. Sensitivity is going to be maxed out, so it's basically unusable. Benji fishy sensitivity. Okay. And that's it, right? And then we'll leave and quit the game, and then we'll start the game back up. Okay. Sensitivity is unusable. Controls, keybinds are that. Keybinds are that. Audio is all that. Graphics are whatever they were. Reset these. Reset these. Reset. Reset. And cool. Seems like it all works. Freeze. Fireball. Magic missile. Okay. Blink. Man, seems like it's fine. Okay. I just didn't actually need to do that because the keybind slot already handles this logic by the built-in, thank you Unreal Engine people. Enhanced input already has an apply and save settings thing. You don't just do them and then you have to save it. It's not just setting a variable and applying it to the sensitivity like sensitivity, which is super basic, which is literally just multiplying your input action by a float to get the actual value. Oh, I didn't open that. And that's it, and you have to figure out a way to save that in your config file somehow, because otherwise when you start the game again, it's going to be lost, just like everything else. It's not persistent. Instead, it already is persistent. Already does get, this is going to be stuck forever, huh? It already does get saved permanently. It's applied to this game run, and then saved, which is the persistent part. Save settings persistently. Okay. I think that's it. So yeah, I don't have to do anything. I didn't even have to do anything to the keybind stuff. I didn't need destruct. I didn't need any of that. Sick. I had no clue. Okay. I guess that's it now. That's the whole shebang. Persistent settings.